long stretch of 7 consecutive titles was courtesy of the Florida Gators and Urban Meyer. And you flash back to the championship game and Tebow, along with Chris Leak against Ohio State, leading the Gators to a resounding, emphatic victory over a favorite Ohio State team, the first of 2 national championships that Urban and Tim won together at Florida. And they join us now here, reliving some old times. Guys, thanks a lot for being with us. Of course, Urban added the national championship with the Buckeyes last year. So, Urban, you've been on both sides of this, hunter and hunted, in the whole SEC matchup. How does a coach use it? How does it play into what happens on the field?
It really doesn't. I mean, if we used it a little bit last year. You know, anytime you can use any little piece of motivation for your team, you'll do that. In 06, we were the underdog. Everybody said we didn't belong, and we beat that to death. Then in 08, we had one of the best teams in college football history. And then last year, we kind of snuck in and we used it as well. So we'll use anything we possibly can.
Yeah, Coach will say it doesn't matter, but he uses it nonstop. I remember in 2006, we had a whole wall dedicated to how disrespected we were. And shoot, there were a lot of Kirk Herbstreit up there, and he loved it. I'm not sure it was all what Kirk said. I think you made up half of it. But I know for us as players, we didn't want to just win. We wanted to physically impose our will on Ohio State because we felt disrespected. You talked to Brandon Seiler, Marcus Thomas, all of those defensive linemen. They wanted to impose their will on Troy Smith and on the running game of Ohio State because they heard it for 42 days. And for us, when it was 4th and 1, I was in the background yelling at him to give me the ball on 4th and 1 because we wanted to impose our will. And the offensive line wanted to show that we were the more physical, the dominant team. You can't tell me that didn't play in it.
Try to give them something. It depends who you're coaching.
Right?
I got this. Whatever you can for them to sink their teeth into and motivate.
And we did.
Yeah, there are some guys who react the way you did and the way a lot of guys do. There are the guys who are like, yeah, just tell me what I'm supposed to do. Let me get in shape and get ready to do the job. What about on the other side of it when you come in and there are expectations, as you had in 2008, to win a championship?
Well, we didn't have it to start the year, but as the season progressed, we started blowing teams out. And we used that as a much different mindset than we had in 06. 06, we're the underdog. I wanted our players to feel disrespected. In 08, I wanted them to feel like they could go down as one of the greatest teams in college football history. A very confident team, a very loaded team, and a team that believed in each other. So it's a much different mindset, and that's what's going on with these teams right now.
What being the favorite does is it puts more pressure on you. We were the favorite in 2008, and there was a lot of pressure on us. There was pressure because we were getting pulled in so many ways. Guys being told that they're going to go in the first round. Coaches being hired in different places. Our offense coordinator, my quarterback coach, hired to Mississippi State. So he missed a lot of our game preparation. So that added more pressure on us to be able to put together the game plan. And going into that game, we thought that Brent Venables, the same defense coordinator for Clemson, was going to run a 4-down quarters look. And that's everything that we game plan for. And guess what he came out with? A 3-4 zone blitzing, blitz 0, completely different. So we're on the sidelines, and I'm looking at him. I thought you told us it was going to be a 4-down game. So it changed everything for us. So there is a lot of pressure on Alabama right now, and there's a lot of pressure on the favorites.
All right, you guys hang around. We'll continue to talk about the national championship game with guys who have some serious rings to back up their opinions on it as we get ready.